What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Bean Big here, and we are back today with two boys.
Boys,
Drink
drink
Bleach.
bleach.
Let's fucking go. I gotta say this: we're not actually drinking Bleach. We're reading the Bleach manga before
Yep,
YouTube
we're not drinking bleach. We
deletes the
don't
video.
drink bleach. We don't
We don't
we just
condone
don't drink bleach.
drinking Bleach, but we do condone reading the Bleach manga if you want to. I guess I don't know. It's good.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
I highly recommend it at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Today we're covering the Soul Society arc, considered one of the best arcs in Shonen, and I agree with them.
I can see why. I can see why.
I mean, it's especially think about it like 10 years ago. You know, this came out in like 2005 or something, right? This arc must,
Something like that, yeah.
yeah, that
Like,
must have been crazy.
nowadays, I'd say it's pretty. Like it's still
Yeah, I mean it's
up
still
there,
up there, yeah,
but it's not like the only no. It's not like I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know. It might be in the top 10, but
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I don't know what would be my top 10 Shonen arcs.
yeah.
We should make a video about that. Anyway.
Oh, you should. You should.
Anyways, so last time we left off, they were entering the Soul Society. Today we start. They're in the Soul Society. They go through the portal. They ran into some trouble because if you get caught, you're fucking dead. If you get caught on any of the gooey shit in there.
Yeah, because it's like they're in between realms or something like that. It'll erase your soul or something like
There's
that.
got to be like multiple in between realms, right? Oh, we'll get into it because Menos Grande exists within his own like in between realms.
Yeah, but this is just like like the big in between,
Right, yeah.
because like in between the our world and then the Soul Society, you know.
Yes, correct.
So that's like the big in between. It's dangerous.
But they get in there, no trouble. A little bit of trouble, but you know how it be. They can't just get bodied before we even start the arc.
Yeah.
But the first roadblock on our way, they get there. They're like on the outer skirts. I forget what it's called. But the Soul Society is split between like basically the slums and then where the Soul Reapers live.
Yeah, it's like a class system.
Yeah, and where the slums are wherever. If you die, that's where you go by default, and then you could work your way up. I think that there is reincarnation in this world, so I don't know how the reincarnation works, but
yeah, I don't know. They never
they haven't
touched on that.
explained it
Touched
yet.
that yet.
Yeah,
But the souls are just kind of chilling out in
mm-hmm.
the slums right now.
Yeah, there's 80 slum districts. The lower the number, the safer. The higher the number, the more dangerous. Which we'll get in.
I thought it was the opposite.
No, it's because Kenpachi's from like District 80. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. More danger. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
And then when we start, they get there and they're like, "Oh, the Soul Society's right there. Let's just walk over there." But then a big ass wall crashes down.
Yeah, this is a little. It's for dramatic effect. The wall is just chilling in the sky, like 24/7, until somebody tries to cross.
They really they might as well just keep the wall. Like,
yeah.
Even like regular souls aren't, like the slum souls aren't allowed to cross. So.
Yeah, there's no reason for the wall not to be there, but it's storytelling.
Yeah, and then there's our first first boss is Jibondo, the absolute Chad.
Big man.
No challenge. I mean he does some cool shit, but I mean Ichigo bodies him. It's not even close.
Yeah, he's like big, and then all the Soul Reapers are like, ooh, they gotta deal with Jidambo, and then this man is just, he's strong, but then Ichigo just obliterates.
Yeah,
this
just
man.
one shots this man. Jibondo is like, I think they were saying because he's strong, because I don't think anybody's ever gotten past him before.
Yeah, it was like something in his like 300 years of guarding that gate. Nobody had gotten past it or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was something like 84 or something.
But Ichigo beat him in one shot, broke both of his axes, and then apologized. And then Jibondo was like, "You're kind."
Yeah, you're a homie.
You're a homie. And he's like,
he's like, I'll let you in.
Yeah, I'll open the gate for you, homie. And then who would happen to be behind that gate? Then the third company captain.
One of the captains. And like the
Ichiban.
worst captain too.
Yeah,
to like be on the other side of that.
not the most sinister, but he's definitely up there as one of the most sinister ones.
He definitely is like the most like un unchained cat that I feel. Or not
Yeah.
unchained, but like psychotic.
So yeah, yeah.
Mm,
You
actually,
don't know.
he holds the second place for that one,
Yeah,
but
you don't know what he's gonna do, but he's definitely like people don't trust
he's
him.
suspicious
He's
as
a bit
hell.
like yeah, he's sus. Uh,
Yeah.
and then so he's like, Yubando, you're not supposed to be opening the gates, and he just chops his arm off, like not
Yeah,
even.
what kind of gatekeeper opens the gates?
Yeah,
And yeah, and chops this man's arm off.
but it's all right. Yubando lives, cause I mean, it was just his arm, but he
Yeah, that's
lives.
still just an arm, bro.
It's alright. Arahime's there. She's number one healer. Just
Yeah,
put that shit back. Just put that shit back.
yeah, she just reattaches that because you know,
Mm-hmm.
healing. I don't know.
And now they have to come up with another plan to get through. They meet up with this guy called Gonju Shiba, and he hates
Yeah,
Soul Reapers. He fucking despises Soul Reapers. So he's like, "Fuck you, Ichigo.
yeah,
I'm
and they
gonna,
immediately start clash.
yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass." And then he has to go, and then they're like, "That
Yeah,
was weird." But then Mr. Yorichi, the cat, is like, "I know a guy who can get us over that wall." Alright. And the
and that
wall,
guy turns out to be a girl.
yeah, it ends up being Kukaku Shiba. Uh,
Fukaku, yeah.
ends up actually being Ganji's older sister, who he is terrified of. And Ichigo's also scared of now, because he wasn't
She,
listening
she,
to her.
she's a little terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. And then she's like, you know what? I got you guys. So basically, the wall is kind of superfluous. The wall kind of doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Uh, the wall kind of doesn't matter because it's got a force field all around it in like a dome shape, no, like a sphere shape. It goes
Yeah, I
underground and
thought it
everything.
was something about the wall is like what the wall's made of,
Oh yeah, you're
like
probably right.
makes a force field or something like
Hmm.
that. I can't remember what specifically it's made of,
Yeah.
but that yeah, you can't just like go over it, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, and then so she's like, you know what? But I'm a professional pyrotechnic, so I'm just gonna launch y'all over there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "What? You're crazy!" And she's like, "Check it out. Just put your thing around this orb. Wow, you got a ball. Put your soul energy inside this orb. Bam, you got a cannonball. That's what's gonna get you through." Um,
Yeah.
and then
Because otherwise you'd be vaporized on impact.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Ichigo having trouble, because he can't do shit. So we get a
Yeah,
little
it
mini training
doesn't
arc.
know.
He,
Yeah, it was mini.
it was tiny, yeah, where he just
Yeah.
basically learns how to control his spirit energy a little bit.
Yeah, everybody else gets it like one try,
Yeah,
you know.
right away. Meanwhile, Rukia is being transferred to a bigger cell. I don't know. It was like a fancier cell because it sucks out like soul energy. It
Oh yeah.
weakens or something like that. It's right next to where
Um,
she's about to get executed. She gets transferred to there. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So she can look at the look at the execution weapon.
yeah. The fucking it's like a big ass spear of ligma. Uh,
Come
That's
on,
not what it's
man.
called. I forget what it's called. Um, I don't
Something
remember.
like uh uh
It
no,
doesn't.
whatever.
It doesn't matter. The spear of ligma. I'm gonna keep calling it now.
Just
Just
seriously, bro.
imagine getting decapitated by the spear of ligma, bruh. I don't even. Does it decapitate you? They never really.
No,
They never say.
it's
It probably like
um
just destroys your whole being, though.
yeah,
Presumably.
something like that.
No
So
spoilers, but we don't. Maybe we don't see it.
Sokyoku.
So Kyokyu. All right. Well,
Sokyoku.
spear of
That's
ligma is easier to remember. So.
yeah. um
Anyway, so
yeah.
Ichigo's learning how to do the cannonball thing. Ganji teaches him, like a special technique,
Yeah,
uh,
it's like
like his
can
trick,
imagine a black hole in your mind
and
and
then
then just
jump
jump
in it.
into it or
Yeah, that
something
was
like
basically all he said.
that. Like, okay, sure, why not?
Hmm. And Ganji tells Ichigo why he hates Soul Reapers because his older brother was killed by a Soul Reaper.
Yeah.
We also get a little bit of like Ichigo kind of reminds him of him, but yeah, we'll get into a little bit more of this later.
Yeah.
Of his older
Yeah.
brother, like yeah, it's not really a thing. Honestly, I think it's something he made up later on, but we'll get we'll get to it.
Probably.
Um, so anyway, so yeah, the Shiba sister. I already forgot. I just said her name and I already forgot it.
Uh,
Kukaku
Kakaku.
launches them. Ichigo, everybody's like Ichigo, lower your energy. Ichigo, lower your energy, and he's like, um,
I'm trying.
I'm turning it down, guys. I promise you.
I'm, try- I'm going as fast as I can.
And then so,
Uh,
but they're like about to crash, and they're like, you know what? Fine, just raise your shit to matches. But it doesn't really work out. So right when they hit the thing, the ball splits apart. But luckily they made it through the other side,
yeah.
and so they're
Of course
all
I didn't.
yeah, of course, they're all launched in different directions. Chad ends up by himself because they try to split up into pairs, but Chad ends up by himself because he made sure that Orihime and Uryu stayed together.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I think Orihime was splitting apart, and then Chad,
just
like
grabbed her in midair.
throws, yeah, grabs her and throws her back to Ryu.
Because Chad was like, I could probably handle myself. And then, yeah, so it's Ichigo, Ganju, Uryu, or Hime. This is the squad. Chad by himself, Yoruichi also by himself.
Yep.
And we are finally in the Soul Society. Like the main, like it's got a different name. I'm just gonna call it this, like the main part of the Soul Society.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know what the name is. I I that's a problem for me when I'm reading manga that use a lot of
Japanese
Japanese
names.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that my brain is not wired to Japanese, so
No.
I forget. I can't remember names of
Nah.
faces at all.
If it's a manga that uses English names, well, I got that. But
Yeah, like One Piece. One
like in
Piece
One
is.
Piece, I can name every character in Black Clover probably.
Oh yeah, One Piece and Black Clover.
But these are English names. So
Yeah,
easy to remember. I can name the main cast of Bleach, but like once we start getting to
yeah,
like the
like,
other
like
Soul Reapers,
yeah. Some of the captains.
I'm just
I
like,
can't
okay,
remember their names
okay,
much.
I don't know. But so we catch up with Ganju Ichigo. Their first battle, Ichigo fights the third seat of the 11th company, and Ganju fights in quotation marks the fifth seat. He's the fifth seat.
Yeah.
Uh, which is the stupid reason why he's the fifth seed. I just remembered. Uh,
Yeah.
do you remember why he's the fifth seed?
I do not
He's
know.
he's all about beauty, the fifth seed, and he
Right.
thinks that the four is an ugly number,
Ah.
so that's why he's the fifth seed.
Not the fourth seat. I see. I see.
Yeah.
I remember that
But
now.
he's on he's on the 4 seat level, like
Yeah.
they're all pretty close to each other. And honestly, like I was saying while we were reading it, but I thought the third seat fight where Ichigo, I thought this was just gonna be like fodder. Like this
Hmm.
wasn't gonna be like a cool fight. But
Yeah, he's
already
pretty
like
much just gonna body him.
yeah.
But
Already this like he uses his Shikai. He unlocks his Shikai um
mhm.
by calling its name, and like it turns into the spirit thing, and already like we already got interesting fights happening, you know?
Yeah, this fight was actually really good. Like this fight sets the tone for the rest of the arc, I
Yeah, it's
feel.
like a super like compared to all the fights that happen later on, it's like at a super low level in terms of like raw power.
Hmm.
But just like Ikaku is just like he's just smart. He's just a good fighter.
Yeah. Like he's lacking in power, but
Yeah,
just in skill, he's good.
he's good. Like he outsmarts Ichigo because his Ichigo doesn't know what his Shikai does. Um,
Hmm.
Meanwhile, like Zangetsu is in Shikai form all the time. We learn, like that's Ichigo's blade is just always unlocked into the Shikai form. That's why nothing happens when he calls Zangetsu's name.
Yeah.
But this is a really good fight. Got some already good choreography. Just really set
Yeah.
the tone. Ganju versus the other guy is a decent fight. It reminds me of Usopp fights. You know,
Yeah.
it's just Ganju. Ganju can turn shit to sand
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. He's
like
got
wall,
some.
like inanimate objects to sand, and
Yeah, yeah.
he's got fireworks on him all the time. So he basically just like, if you know Usopp, he's the coward of the group right now.
Hmm.
He just coward fights. He throws shit at him, fireworks and shit. He outsmarts him. Um,
Yeah, he runs a lot.
he runs a lot, but it's also a pretty interesting fight. I don't think it's as good as the Ichigo Ikaku fight, but
Nah.
I can't barely remember it. But I know he drops
I,
that man in a hole.
yeah, they end up in like near an execution pit or something like that, where they
Yeah,
put hollows and
and
soul
execute
reapers
people.
down
Yeah,
to execute them like that. Um, and but then this man like nearly drops him in, and he's like, "You think you could just drop me in?" And then he starts flying. But then this man throws a firework at him, and that's how he beats him.
yeah. And then we get some more fights. I think we come back to Orihime and Uryu, but right now, nobody's a problem for them. They fight a dude, and Uryu he unlocks his Shikai, and it's like a bunch of blades, and Uryu just knocks all the blades out of the air. They're like a bunch of shurikens and shit.
Yeah.
But right now, not an issue. We're fighting the fodder characters. Um,
Yep. Yep. The um, lower level soul reapers that we don't really know.
yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So they're out here. We come back to Ichigo, and he was looking for Ganju, and both of them were being super loud, so like a bunch of Soul Reapers just found them.
Yeah.
And so now they're just like they're doing that thing where they're just running through a bunch of like fodder Soul Reapers, just like no names who get bodied at like not even in 2 hits, just like they get tackled and they're done. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. They're not very tough.
yeah,
Yeah, I I'm gonna bring it up now, but
yeah,
there's a lot of running in this arc. That's like I feel like that's like a theme in this arc.
just
Is
running.
that yeah, it's like running from a fight, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like
they're not here to fight. They're here to save Rukia. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, I'll touch on that more later.
yeah, yeah. And so before Ichigo left, he healed, he patched up my boy Ikaku, and Ikaku was like, "You're gonna run into my captain. He's gonna want to fight you, and he's no joke." And Ichigo's like, "All right, what's his name?" And we don't hear his name right now because it does that shit where it cuts away before we hear his name, which is bullshit. Always, I hate that.
Yeah,
But it's whatever. His name's Kenpachi. I'm just gonna spoil it. Uh,
Kenny, my boy
Kenny,
Kenny.
Kenny. And then we cut to we meet some of the other like Soul Reaper. We cut to some of like the other like Soul Reaper captains slash assistant captains, and this is where Renji hears that Ichigo's here, and he's like, "Oh shit! I heard there
Mhm.
was a Ryoka, which is what they've been calling what infiltrators to the Soul Society are called."
Yeah, like illegal souls
Yeah,
or whatever.
and
We
so
just call him
Renji's like,
Ryoka.
"Okay, I know it's Ichigo. I'm just gonna go clap him right now."
Yeah.
And that's the next fight that happens: Ichigo versus Renji, which again another
What?
banger.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I think they learned that they take out the 11th division.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, this fight is a good one.
Right, Renji, dude, I mean, iconic. Renji's like, right now he's like the sort of rival, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just,
Yeah, like he's not.
yeah,
I don't know.
and yeah, it's just like, Ichigo has to like, okay, I wanted to talk about it. I thought I was gonna talk about it later, but it's actually like a really good point to bring up right now.
Hmm.
Um, anime power friendship boost. Um, and I won't say that. I mean, I won't say that there's no like there's no like just kind of power boosts that kind of don't make sense in this.
Hmm.
Even though they're all explained, there's no like power or friendship boost in this so far, which I like. Um,
No, there isn't any like people like all the fights. Um, like they feel like
mhm.
logical.
Yeah, yeah,
Like there's no people like tanking through damage that they should have died like through. Like
yeah. Everybody gets
if, so,
hurt,
if so-
you know.
yeah, if somebody gets hurt, they're like down.
They're
You
hurt.
know,
They're hurt. Yeah,
it's pretty realistic. They're not. Whereas like a lot of shonen, it's like oh, you can take like 20 million punches and still
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
still
yeah.
keep fighting. But that that's another thing is that the unique like it feels unique like the sword fighting in this. Like not many
There's
shonen have such detailed sword
I can't
fighting.
think of any other manga that has sword fighting like this.
Yeah.
Anime is a little more like, okay, anime. There's a lot of popular samurai anime, so
Hmm.
Samurai Champloo, Afro Samurai. I'm sure if you point to some of those, they got some killer samurai like sword fights.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
this, I
there's
mean, like, I haven't read
something like
anything else.
shonen, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know any other shonen. Maybe Rurouni Kenshin. I haven't read that, so I can't say.
Yeah.
um, though I heard that does pop off. Maybe I should check that out next. But for this, like what I was saying, so Ichigo versus Renji, Ichigo's losing for most of this fight,
Hmm.
right? But he's seeing more of what Renji's moves are. So he sees Renji has a 3-hit combo, and after the 3-hit combo, he resets.
Yeah.
His sword extends the initial extension, then 2 attacks, then it retracts, and that's his opening. But Ichigo
Mm-hmm.
misses the Ichigo sees the opening, tries to go for it, but Renji moves out the way, and then the power up here isn't Ichigo isn't getting stronger. It's just that his resolve is getting stronger. He's in this fight. He flashbacks to when Kisuke was fighting him. And Kisuke was like, "You need to be able to pull out. You can't just fight a fight to survive. You need to fight to win. Your resolve needs
Hmm.
to be stronger than the other opponent, and that'll completely change like your mindset."
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I like about some of these fights. It'll go into the next Ichigo fight too. Resolve, right?
Yeah.
Right now, Ichigo has the strength to do this stuff. He just doesn't have. He's just not willing to kill people right now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He just wants to get Ruki and get out. He doesn't
Yeah,
want to kill anybody or anything like that.
but he gets the killing intent, and then he beats Renji, and Renji's like, "Please save Rukia." And we'll get more about Renji's relationship with Rukia in a little bit, because so far, like, Renji's been kind of an ass to Rukia. I mean, he kicked. He just went to go
Yeah.
get her. He's been like, I don't know. There's been hints and stuff, but we'll get more into it. But Ichigo wins this fight.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then we cut to some more captain stuff. I don't know how much do you want to talk about this captain stuff? Somebody dies.
um. Yeah. Um. It, it was kind of a nice break. Like instead of like just focusing on Ichigo, you kind of get like the point of view of the captains too
Hmm.
and stuff because they're not they're like current they're the current antagonists, but they're not like bad guys. You know,
They're just
they're
following
just
the law right now. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
they're just executing Rukia because
that's what.
some reason we
For
don't
some reason, we
know
don't know
really
yet.
know yet.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but they're just following the law. Um, and so we get to like learn about like all their characters and like all their relationships at
yeah.
the same time as like all this other stuff is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which I really like because you get to learn about like you get to learn about your opponents
Mm-hmm.
like really well. Um,
Yeah.
and then yeah, and then there's this like whole storyline going on behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
where Aizen dies when the captain,
Yeah.
the 11th cat.
No, he's not the 11th captain. That's Kenpachi.
Oh yeah,
All I know is the 11th company, bro. Come
yeah.
on.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's the 5th division captain,
Fifth, yeah,
if I
yeah,
remember. Yeah.
yeah. Fifth division captain Aizen dies, and it gets pinned on the
Well, first we think it's first we're assumed to believe that it's Gin, right?
yeah,
But then,
because
yeah, you got it.
yeah, because the whole letter thing.
Mm.
Aizen was writing a letter, and then
Toshiro was like, "Be cautious
his
with Gin."
subordinate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toshiro
Um.
being the 9th division captain. I don't remember.
I don't know.
God, I can't remember any of the divisions, dude.
I know. I remember the fourth is like the healing division. Um.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's about
But
it.
Aizen dies. Before Aizen died, he wrote a letter. In the letter, to addressed to Momo, who is the girl who is second in command to his company, maybe third seat or
Yeah, I think
something.
she's assistant captain or something like
Yeah.
that.
Um, the letter was addressed to her, and in the letter, it's this guy Toshiro, who we've assumed up to this point was a good guy. She was the one who told Momo to be careful, um,
Hmm.
and said, watch out for Gin, and so they think. So but she gets knocked out. She gets thrown in jail. Um, and Toshiro is now trying to figure out who killed Aizen. Gin is the main suspect. Suspect. Um,
Hmm.
But you know,
Because again, this man is just suspicious of hell.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he is suspicious as hell. And before there was a scene before where Gin passed Aizen in the hallway, and Toshiro was listening, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, I hope you have a good sleep or something." And that's why Toshiro was suspicious of him. I don't remember exactly what he
Mhm.
said, but it was something along those lines. Um, uh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, so and that's pretty much it
Mm.
in terms of that story. There's just currently a mystery going on within the Soul Society right now,
Yeah,
within the captains.
it might have
Because
said
again, a
more.
captain's been murdered.
Yeah,
We don't know who did it.
we don't know who did it. So we cut back. Uh, Ichigo and Ganju have met up with a force company. Yeah, force the
Yeah.
healing company. A force company dude. He heals Ichigo from the Renji fight. He finds out that Ichigo took a blow that should have killed him during the Renji fight, but under his cloak was a mask, a hollow mask.
Oh yeah.
The mask that Ichigo had when he transformed into a hollow during the first arc. And
Yeah.
then he just
It's just
kept
kind of
on him.
chilling in his pocket.
Yeah. And so that's a mystery right now why he has that.
Hmm.
But they're going through the sewers to avoid
Yeah.
conflict. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a whole
Oh,
sewer
solar
system,
system.
whatever.
Yeah. And then the next fight, which might is it the best fight? There's a lot of good fights. I can't say. might be
It's
might be my.
it's my personal favorite fight.
It's a good ass fight. So we cut to Ichigo and them are in the little city thing, and they're like, "What is that energy? What is this energy we're feeling?" And it's just this
Yeah, all
guy.
three of them just like start like they sheer fear
Yeah.
out of this presence, this pressure that's like weighing down on them of the spiritual energy, and they're like, "What is that?
yeah.
We gotta get away from here as fast as possible."
Mhm.
But then this man finds him, and
Mhm.
turns out that pressure belongs to 11th Division Captain Kenpachi.
Kenpachi, bro, and this man is no joke.
I
the
love this man.
My man Hanatoro Yamada, which is the fourth division guy. Don't ask why I remember his name. It's supposed to be forgettable, but it's the one I remember the most in this entire arc, which is so funny. Um, and he's like, "Oh my god, you can't fight him, dude!" And then Ganji, and then Ichigo's like, "Go, guys,
I'll hold him back.
I'll hold him back." Ganji, go save Rukia. So they go off, and Kenpachi doesn't give a fuck. He's the kind of guy who's just like, "I'm trying to fight." He's Goku basically. I'm trying to fight the strongest. I,
Yeah, yeah. I don't care about the other guys.
I don't care about the
Just
other guys. I don't care about the law. Rukia
I just
doesn't
want to
matter
fight.
to me. I just want to fight. And so he's like, all right, Ichigo, let's see what you got. You defeated my third seed. Let's see what you got. Hit
Yeah.
me. Hit me with your
Hit,
best shot.
hit me as hard as you can.
And Ichigo's like, no, I'm not dishonorable, bro. Like, I'm not going to
I'm
hit you
not gonna
like that.
attack a defenseless man.
And Kenpachi's like, listen, bro. You're going to thank me later for this shot.
Yeah.
Don't just throw away your honor and hit me. And then she goes, all right, man. And then he slices him across the
Alright.
chest. Blood falls, but it's not Kenpachi's blood.
Yeah.
Ichigo cut his hands trying to cut Kenpachi.
Kabachi.
Kenpachi.
The blade didn't even like scratch his skin. It just hit and stopped.
It just hit and stopped, and the force behind it cut Ichigo's hands. No, this man is raw. Oh my
I love
god.
Kenpachi, dude.
Kenpachi's.
I had seen his design before, like I'd seen his design before, but I didn't know. I thought he was a villain. Honestly, he's got that look about him.
I mean, he does. He kind of. I mean, he kind of is a villain during this part, but
That's true. That's true.
he's mostly indifferent. He doesn't really go after people who are weaker than him. He doesn't. He's not like a killer, you know.
Yeah. No, he's just kind of yeah. He's a fightaholic. You know.
Yeah, he's a fightaholic. But before we continue this fight, Chad runs into the third. I don't know what the fuck. He runs into Shunsui. He's the captain.
I thought it was eighth. No, third.
Third,
No, eighth division. Eighth division.
Ace
Yeah.
Division. He runs into Ace Division captain. There's a little line where Ichigo's like, Chad won't lose. But hey, he gets clapped by the. Yeah, I don't even. I'm really sad about this part. He gets clapped by the execution captain.
Yeah, Chad's been going around looking for Ichigo this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He's been bodying like literally everybody else that's like come across him.
Literally nobody's even scratched this man.
Yeah, like he hasn't taken
I mean,
damage.
honestly, it's not even his power that's weak during this part. Shinsui
Hmm.
just outspeeds him.
Yeah,
Cause
this man just is built different.
yeah. Cause even Shinsui's like, if that attack had hit me, holy fuck.
Yeah, that was bad.
But he cuts him in two. We also get a little flashback to how Chad and Ichigo met in middle school,
Oh yeah,
which I love this flashback, dude.
I absolutely love this flashback. I have a certain scene of this screenshot.
Where it's like, so basically they met. Chad had promised his grandfather not to fight people. And Ichigo was like, but Chad was letting himself get up, and Ichigo was like, you know what, you can't just like, okay, you're not gonna fight for yourself, so let's make a promise. I'll fight for you, and you fight for me.
Yeah, so you're not fighting for yourself
Yeah,
anymore.
you're fighting for somebody else, and so they make this pact with each other. So that's why Chad's down to save Rukia. Like, he doesn't really even know Rukia that much, but hey, he talks. Shinsui asks him why he's doing here, and he's like, "My friend asked me to be here, and we made a promise, so I'm here. You know,
Yeah.
I'll throw away my life for this." And luckily, Shinsui isn't a bad captain. He's actually a fucking vibe.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, no,
he's
this is my
basically just
second favorite captain. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. He just knocks him out, throws him in jail.
Hmm.
Honestly, Chad lucked out a bit. Um,
Yeah.
if he had fought a stronger captain who was also just ready
Yeah.
to kill him, yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah. I I want to go back to that flashback for a
Okay,
second
go ahead.
because there's a specific scene where it's just I love this scene where yeah again Chad's getting bullied, right?
Yeah,
Um and so Ichigo takes out like the leader of the gang who
yeah,
is
yeah,
bullying him, right?
yeah.
Um
I know what you're talking about.
and
I
then
remember
this
this now.
yeah, and so this man is like well, I got to deal with the rest of you. And so he digs in the guy's phone. He digs for the guy's phone that he just took. He calls 911. He's like, "Yeah, I need an ambulance. There's gonna be." Oh, he starts counting those. Like one, two, three, four, five, five of
Five
them.
guys. There's gonna be five dudes.
There's gonna be five. There's gonna be five injured people under the bridge here. And then he just goes at it.
And then he just kicks their asses.
Just kicks their ass.
Yeah, that fight was awesome. He also fights. We also learned Chad has a coin that his grandfather gave him.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and he's
On
from
his necklace.
Mexico, born in Okinawa.
Yeah.
Grandfather's Mexican. Presumably, one of his parents is Mexican and one of them is Japanese. Um,
Yep.
but we don't know because they died.
Yep.
As he moved to Mexico, lived there for most of his life. Back in middle school, he moved back to Japan. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what I meant.
let's go Mexican characters in manga. I can't name. I can literally name nobody else who's Mexican in manga at the top of my head.
Yep. Nope. Chad's the only one.
We already got the most diverse of the
Although,
big three. No,
to be fair, the other ones do take place in like fantasy
fictional
worlds.
worlds. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So it's
Naruto's got black people in it. It's fine.
no, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
One Piece.
Got fishermen.
Yeah.
The-
That's about it.
yeah.
One Piece could use a little more diversity, but it's alright.
It's okay. It's okay. They also got
It's
animal people. But yeah.
yeah.
All right. So back to the Kenpachi fight. So Ichigo's running.
Yeah. Again. Yeah. Running again because I mean this man can't take him.
hmm
Like yeah, no, the difference in strength here, Ichigo just had a hard time taking Renji,
Renji, who
who is
was
an assistant captain,
yeah,
like nowhere near full captain strength.
yeah, and he was having a hard time, and now Kenpachi's like, man, I'm kind of disappointed in you. And again, Ichigo goes through that little arc where he's like, I gotta focus my resolve. I need to win, and so he cuts Kenpachi,
Hmm.
but it's still not enough. Like this
Yeah,
this resolve power boost which isn't, I guess it isn't really a power boost. It's just a change of mindset. Uh,
Mm,
isn't enough to take down this opponent. Um,
yeah.
so he cuts him a little bit. He's hearing bells that Kenpachi put on his hair to alert his opponents.
Yeah, this man's like, God, this man. Like, I want to let him know where I'm coming from. It's just so.
No cheap shots.
Yeah, no cheap shots. I can't, I can't get behind him.
Yeah.
You know, so good.
And then Ichigo's like, okay, and he blocks his sword, and then Kabachi's like, bro, you think that little shit's gonna stop me? And just stabs through his sword, through the through the middle of it, into his chest.
This is such a good panel, dude. Just yeah, Kenpachi's sword just going straight through Ichigo's sword into his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Man.
And this puts Ichigo down for the count. this man's on the ground. Kenpachi's disappointed, and he starts walking away because, again, not really a killer, just a fightaholic. You know, I'm surprised actually. Even weak opponents, like, he's not if he deems anybody under him, he won't kill them or hurt them or anything. He'll just leave them alone because he's not interested. Which it doesn't make him a good person, but it doesn't make him an asshole, you know.
Yeah, no, he's a
chaotic neutral.
Yeah, exactly.
He's chaotic neutral. He's the chaotic neutral energy, and so Zangetsu appears and is like, "All right, bruh, you can't just be dying like that."
Come on, this is the third time today.
Yeah, you've been fighting by yourself. You haven't even called my name. Like, we're supposed to be a team. You haven't even used my power. And so Ichigo's like, "Damn, you're right." And so Zangetsu's like, "You know what? You gotta prove yourself to me if you want to use me again." So they go back into his mind's eye, Ichigo's mind world.
Yeah.
And we fight like this interesting Ichigo that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's like white Ichigo.
Yeah.
It's just
albino Ichigo.
Yeah, he's like evil or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know something.
And he's using Zangetsu, and he's using him in some cool, dope ass ways. He starts spinning him by the fucking the ribbon on Zangetsu's blade and tosses it. That shit was the hypest part of that.
Oh yeah, man, it's so cool.
And then he also starts lecturing him like, you never even bothered to learn who Zangetsu was. You were just using him and relying on your own power. And so Ichigo's like, damn, you're right. I'm no different than Kenpachi is. Because Kenpachi said, Ichigo asked for. Kenpachi said like he doesn't even his blade has no name.
So Ichigo's like, that means it won't get any stronger.
It won't get any stronger. And
then this man gets bodied.
Yeah, and then so Ichigo wakes up and he's like, you know what? Get back over here, Kenpachi. I'm not done with you yet. I'm fighting. I fight with my friends. And by friends, I mean Zangetsu. I'm missing Zangetsu. I feel wrong.
No.
Zangetsu.
Zangetsu.
God, now I feel stupid. And he's like, I fight with my friends, and then they start clashing. They both strike each other at the same time, and it causes the entire city that they're in just collapses.
Yeah, they're just slicing up buildings and everything. It's so cool.
Oh, it's so dope. And then Ichigo collapses, and then Kenpachi's like, hey, don't look so down. You won this fight. And he collapses.
Yeah, Ichigo's like, I wasn't strong enough. And then goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Yoruichi shows up and takes Ichigo's body, and Kenpachi's second in command, I forget her name. Little lolly girl.
Yeah.
She's like,
you should fight with him again.
Yeah, you should fight him again. He looks so happy.
Yeah, he looked like he had so much fun.
And then we get a little bit of backstory. Both Kenpachi and the little girl. I'm trying to remember her name so fucking hard right now, dude.
I don't know it, man.
Second in command.
Yachiru?
Yachiru? Yeah. So. Is like, we find out what their history is. So, yeah, okay. Kenpachi doesn't know his blade's name. He's always relied on his own power.
Yeah.
which means he's never released a Shikai before, which is what like the base form of like when you find out your Denpakuto's name. That's what they turn
Yeah.
into, which means
Yeah.
he became a captain on his own power alone, just pure raw strengths,
Yeah, raw power. Like no technique, no like
which has
no
never happened
abilities,
before in the
just
history
power.
of the Soul Reaper Association. He's the only one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Man. I love this man so much.
And he grew up on District 80, the most dangerous district of all the slums.
Hmm.
He met Yachiru. He ended up saving her life and giving her a name. He had no name. And he realized he took the name Kenpachi because it means the strongest. Uh, and he realized he was being selfish because he didn't ask for his Zanpakuto's name. And he realized he forgot the pain that was not having a name.
Yeah.
And then he, right when before he passes out, he goes, "Hey, can I get your name, bruh?" And his Zanpakuto's like, "Nah, fuck you.
No.
It's too late, bro. Come on." And then they hit us with the fake out. They make you think Kenpachi dies after this, but this man this man is fine.
Yeah. No, this man's completely fine. He's more than fine.
Yeah, he's absolutely more than fine, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ganju
Um.
runs into Rukia. Ganju goes to save Rukia.
Yep. Finally get to her.
They finally get to the cell. My boy from the 4th Division stole the cell key from one of the other Soul Reapers that they bodied out. One of the fodder Soul Reapers that even Ganju can take out.
Oh yeah.
um, and then they break into the cell. We find out Ganju's elder brother is called Kaien Shiba. Rukia is the one that killed her. Um, and so
Yeah.
Ganju's like, "Oh fuck nah, dude." And Rukia,
I ain't saving her, bro.
yeah, and Rukia, and then Yamada's like, "We gotta save her for Ichigo," and he's like, "I'm not happy about it though, but it doesn't matter because Byakuya shows up."
Yep.
And Ganju's like, I know who that is. Like, that's Byakuya Kuchiki, probably one of the strongest captains. And he's like, all right, all grudges aside, Yamato just take her and run. I'll hold him off. Um,
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do
yeah,
against this man?
nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Ichigo wakes up and he realizes what's going on. And we find out Yorichi, actually, a sexy lady, you know.
Yeah.
Not a cat
Yes.
person, not even a mister. Um,
No.
a Miss Yorichi. Um, and she's like,
Yep.
yeah, I've been flying around with this thing that lets you fly.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then Ichigo's like, I bet. And he takes it and just goes to where Byakuya is.
Yeah.
And Yorichi's like,
Steal it.
you dumbass, you just almost died to Kenpachi. There's no way you can take
No, you
Byakuya
can
right now.
take this man.
But he gets there and Ichigo's like, hey, what's up, Rukia? And then they're arguing a little bit. One of the other captains shows up. Forget what captain he is.
Uh, does he?
Yeah, he shows up. Because
I do not
he's trying to stop Byakuya from just killing people.
remember. Right.
And then he's like, he sees Ichigo and then he asks Rukia, like, who is that? And then Rukia's like, oh, he has no association with who you're thinking of. This is the first hint we get at who Ichigo looks like.
Yeah.
But then Ichigo's like, all right, I'm going to take you right now. And Yorichi knocks him out. And is like, all right, Byakuya, we'll be back in 3 days. By then, he'll be able to beat you. I promise you. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
13th captain shows up, doesn't he?
13th captain, yeah. He's a vibe. He's a vibe. He shows up. And then so Yorichi takes Ichigo away. They go to a hot spring where it magically heals Ichigo's wounds somehow. That's just
Yep.
plot. Don't
That's
worry
got
about that.
magic healing hot spring. Because
Just plot. You know what it is. We need we need a way to heal Ichigo in 3 days.
yeah, or else this man is just gonna die from his wound.
From bleeding out. And she's like, "All right, I got you. You're gonna learn what Bonkai is in 3 days."
Yeah,
And
which is like she said it takes like 10 to 20 years normally to learn
yeah,
how to use a bankai.
And it had been done in 3 days before by the person who invented this technique that he's about to learn, that he's about to use. Kisuke
Yep.
Urahara.
What a man.
Only man in history to be able to, you know.
Yeah.
We also found out we also found out a little earlier that he used to be a captain and like a lead researcher in
Yeah, he's
for
the
the Soul
one.
Reapers.
Have we?
What?
Have we got?
I don't know about the
No.
not the researcher part. We
Actually,
learned he was a captain though already.
yeah, yeah. We. Um.
Because Ichigo said that Ichigo calls him his master, and then people were like, "Okay, now I respect the drip."
Yeah. Now I see who. Now I see why you're so strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kisuke. Yeah, he used to be the 12th captain. He founded like research and development, everything like that.
Yeah. We'll get
Um.
into a little more about what he did, why he isn't in the Soul Society anymore.
Yep. Yep.
But basically he was that man. He was that guy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, he was the guy that learned how to use Bankai in 3 days.
3 days, yeah. Um, and the trainings are interesting. It's just Ichigo finding Zangetsu again.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which blade is the real one. Um, yeah. And in the
Yeah,
meantime,
that's interesting.
we cut to Uryu, Norihime. They get some bad luck running to the new 12th captain.
Mm-hmm.
Took over after my boy Kisuke. I don't know his name. Mayuri is his name.
Yep, and he's like a robot guy.
Yeah, I mean he is a real body. We do see it a little later, but
Yeah, he's like wearing a mask though. He's got an interesting design. I
I
like it.
I like it. There's some good designs in this. Just
Oh
overall.
yeah, no, like all the captains look like distinct despite
Yeah.
wearing like the same outfit. Like
They're all wearing the same drip, but like
eh,
uniquely.
yeah, yeah, no, they all look really good.
Yeah. Alright, and so Uryu is fighting this man. We find out that this man is the reason Uryu's grandfather died. Um,
Yeah, he's like a mad scientist. He's experimenting on all the Quincy's and stuff.
yeah.
But
And,
I'd like torture them a bunch and everything. It's like goddamn.
and so the Soul Reapers aren't slow. He just delayed their arrival so that he could experiment on his body.
Yeah.
Um, and then, so that's when Uryu's like, "Damn, all right, now I gotta go sicko mode on you." And he pops off a little bit. He
Yeah.
forces Mayuri to use his Bankai, which is this is the first Bankai we see in the series. Right after we learn
Mhm.
what they are,
Yeah.
it's a big baby thing that we actually don't really see for that long.
Yeah, it's an interesting first Bunkai to get, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean we don't really know
kind
what
of weird.
Bankais truly are at this point, so it's just kind of weird. Um,
Yeah, it's like a big old stand.
yeah, and
It
it's like
looks like.
it's got poison, and then Uryu's like, "Oh, check this out! If I remove this from my glove." I get a power boost, but at the cost of my Quincy powers, which
Yeah.
I call bullshit on because
Yep. No,
this is
this man
shown and he's definitely not losing his Quincy
definitely
powers.
did not lose his Quincy powers.
I mean, we don't know yet, but we know, you know.
Yeah, like there's no confirmation yet, but
Come on,
come on.
come on,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, he's wearing a Quincy glove that gives him power. His grandfather told him, "Don't take it off. It'll give you a huge power boost for a second, but then you'll lose it." Does it
Yep.
anyways. One shots the Bankai. And fucking goes straight through this man's chest. But this man's got the fucking bullshit security system. Turns himself into jello.
Yeah. Oh, this man's weird.
Yeah, this man is weird.
Yeah. I guess yeah, you got poisoned. He was gonna die, but then his assistant.
Who happens to be his daughter as well.
Oh yeah.
Is like, here, take
Um.
this poison. Here, take this antidote.
Yeah.
Or he
And
did
then.
nothing, by the way.
Yeah, no, she was there.
She was there for like 2 seconds, but then she got knocked out and was taken by another Soul Reaper because Ryu was like run
Oh.
away with her.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. He's like, yeah. Let me fight this. Like, you can go do other
I'm
stuff. I don't.
the
Yeah.
biggest disappointment of the arc. The side characters.
Yeah, like they don't. it's pretty much Ichigo. It's pretty much Ichigo. Ichigo
Yeah,
versus the captains,
Uryu took
basically.
out one captain.
Yeah, he didn't. The man didn't even take him out. He's like,
Ichigo's already taken out a third seat, an assistant, and then a captain, like back to back.
yeah, and he's not done. Like this man's learning like his Bankai.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of them, um, they're just they don't get to do anything. Chad gets
No.
bodied by a
Chad gets fighted
captain,
by captain too fast.
or
He
he
should have had
may.
like at least an assistant captain fight before that.
I think he did. He one shot an assistant
Okay,
captain.
well, yeah, okay. Well, he could have had a cooler assistant captain fight.
Or no, not the assistant. A third
It was a
seat. He
third
did.
seat.
Yeah, he one
Uryu
shot
also
it.
got like a fourth seat earlier. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, they could have done more. Or he may could have gotten something. We barely see
Yeah.
him.
Orihime did. She
She
healed people.
healed.
That's all she did.
Yeah.
She didn't get a. She
Of
didn't
course,
get a
the
battle.
female relegated to the healer role. Come on, man. You gotta be
Yeah.
more creative than that. Tite Kubo.
I'm
Titty
pretty sure like
Kubo.
one of the. Pretty sure like one of the only female captains is a healer too.
Yeah, she is the
She's the
fourth
fourth
division
division.
captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little disappointing, but we still have other female. Like we haven't seen Rukia
Yeah.
fight yet. We haven't seen them. No, or he may probably get stronger. So
Yeah. No,
oh,
there's and then there's some more like
assistant
third seats and
captains,
stuff.
third
Yeah,
seats. Yeah,
assistant captains.
there's potential here. He's got potential, but so
Yeah,
far in the
yeah.
Soul Society arc, they've done nothing.
Yep. Nope. No. No. Just yeah. Side characters though I don't get. That's my least favorite part of this arc is that we got these characters established in the whole like in the last 70
Yeah,
chapters. You
and they
know.
were pretty good. They were pretty well established.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
like they got some powers. We were cool. Like we were looking forward to see how they worked and everything,
yeah.
and then they barely use them.
They barely use him. Or are you getting the
Um,
most? But of course he's gonna get the most. He's like the rival character, like the main rival
yeah,
character. He's. I feel like he's about to get cucked by Renji. Is the thing. He did
yeah,
kind
I
of
know.
get cucked by Renji in this arc, because
Yeah,
Renji replaced
Ren-
Uryu as the side.
yeah, Renji got more to do than than the three of them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Ichigo's
Yeah,
still
it's
training.
unfortunate.
Ichigo's still training. We don't gotta cut back to that for right now.
Yeah, no, it's not very interesting. Cutting back to it, it's kind of just
Nah, it's
like
just fight. He's
yeah,
fighting
it's just
Zangetsu still.
still going on.
Find out that Genpachi's still alive.
Yep,
Man,
and this,
he's not even like he has band-aids all over his body, but it doesn't even like seem phased anymore. Like he was hurt earlier, but now he's just like, I'm good.
yeah, no, he just gets up.
Just gets up. He's like, oh hey, Orihime, I'm gonna help you find Ichigo because I'll get to fight him again if I see him again.
Yeah,
Oh my.
that's hilarious.
And Momo, the girl who saw Aizen die earlier, second in command of the Fifth Division, breaks out of prison. Toshiro thinks he's gonna go after Gin,
Yeah,
but she's going after him.
yeah, she's like, you're the one who murdered Aizen
And he's like,
because
because Aizen said so.
yep. He's like, what?
And then he's like, why would Aizen say that? And she's like, it was his handwriting, which, was it his handwriting? I mean, it was his handwriting, but was it Aizen who wrote the letter? We don't know yet. We don't know. It's a mystery.
No.
Either
And
way,
then yeah, she gets knocked out and put in jail again. I think.
yeah. And then, yeah, she gets knocked out again, puts in jail. Toshiro's about to fight Gin, but all the 13 captains are called together, I'm pretty sure is what stops them from fighting.
Yeah, something like that.
I think so. That might have happened earlier. All the 13 captains were called earlier to, like, stop the Ryokai. It was a wartime announcement so that you can use
Yeah,
your Zanpakutos in
and that's when Aizen
the
dies.
public, and that's when Aizen dies, yes. Right. Renji joins Ichigo's training for like
Yeah, he
20
hops
minutes before he gets Bankai.
in. Yeah, I mean,
It was like a day
I
in real time, but
yeah, I mean, this man has been training,
yeah,
so like it's a little it's
it's
believable that this man like
yeah, it's probably been about 10 years for him since he started training Bankai.
yeah
He's
yeah
all the people in the Soul Society are like hundreds, possibly
uh,
thousands of years old.
yeah we
Um,
don't know. They're old.
they're old, But he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna trade with you, Ichigo, and then he leaves, and he's like, all right, I'm done, Ichigo. Good luck.
And then here's when we get the backstory for Kyan, right?
Yes, this is where right before the final fights start popping off. A little break before we get into the full meat of the final fights.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Kain looks exactly like Ichigo.
Yeah, but with black hair.
Deadass just
For
Ichigo with black hair. Well, they don't act
yeah,
exactly the same. Kain's more of an outgoing, nice guy.
yeah, different personality.
Yeah,
Um,
same sort of core though.
yeah.
Um, kind of good guys. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, noble. Mm.
yeah, I don't like that he looks like I don't like he looks like Ichigo all that much. It doesn't affect anything really. Just weird.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, it still has me wondering, like, if there's a reason for it, or if he's just
Right. Okay. So
like,
we were
is
talking
it
about this.
random or is it like,
I had a theory that Ichigo has some relation to the Soul Society. He has maybe a family in the Soul Society, some
mm-hmm.
sort of descendants. Because why would he have? Why could he see ghosts? Why does he have innate Soul Reaper powers that he didn't take from Rukia?
Yeah.
Um, and families in the Soul Society are important. Byakuya's
Mm-hmm.
family is one of the four main noble families, and there's a whole bunch of other families we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
So my theory is something's there. Something possibly hit Kaien and Ichigo are like distant relatives.
Could be.
Could
Yeah.
be. That's my theory. Don't know. Doesn't affect it. Kaien dies to Hollow.
Yeah. How long ago did Kyan die? Now that I think about it.
I don't think they say.
Okay.
10 plus years. I don't know. Time passes. They're so old is the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't say, because I'm like, maybe he's like a reincarnation of Kyan. Maybe.
Perhaps. That's not a bad theory either, actually.
Because, but then I'm
How do
also
souls
like,
reincarnate is the thing. We
yeah,
don't
but
know
because then I'm
yet.
also like, didn't Kyan's soul get eaten by the hollow that he? I don't know.
But he died to a Soul
Died
Reaper blade.
before. Yeah, that's true.
So his soul should have gotten cleansed.
There's just way too many
There's way too
questions
many
that
questions
that's
we
caused
don't
by
need to
this
talk about
design.
right now. Kaien was second in command of the whatever company of that guy earlier who tried to
13.
stop
Yeah.
Byakuya. He got possessed by a hollow because it was a hollow that killed his wife. Um,
Right.
and he was fighting it for honor. And this is where we cut back to the first arc. Rukia didn't know whether she should help Ichigo fight Grande, whatever his name was, Fisher Grande,
Fish.
Fisher.
Um,
Was that his name?
Grand. I think it was just the Grand Fisher.
Grand Fisher, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, because she wasn't sure if it was a fight for honor or a fight for survival. This is where she got
Right.
that idea from because the captain of she was a part of this captain's group was like,
Hmm.
Kaien is fighting for honor. If you fight him right now, you could save his life. If you help him, you could save his life. But his honor
But
would
you'll
be
hurt his owner forever.
you'll hurt his honor forever. So she doesn't. This ends up killing him, and she's never forgiven herself, which is why when Ganju challenged her earlier, she says, "Yes, I killed your brother." Um,
Yeah.
she like
Because she's like, I didn't step in.
yeah, she does.
I couldn't be.
She's never forgiving herself for that.
And then she had to kill Kyan again because the hollow possessed his body and then
uh-huh.
started going berserk with it, and then
Yeah, yeah.
Ruki's like, and that's where like the misunderstanding of
Why Ganju? Because Ganju saw her kill him.
yeah, and then she dragged his body to them,
Yeah,
which is a bit much.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that's how we learn. Again, don't know why he looks like Ichigo. I hope it's more
Mhm.
than just a like one of those anime things where it's just like, oh, he just looks exactly like him for no reason. I kind of do hope there's a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah,
We'll
that'd be
see.
nice.
That would be nice. Otherwise, like, again, the reason I don't like it, Ganju and Kukaku, they don't say shit about it when they first see Ichigo, and you would think
Yeah, being
that
their sibling and all, you know.
their big brother that they idolized and they loved and they respect, that they would have a bigger reaction to seeing Ichigo who looks exactly like him but with his orange hair.
But no,
Nothing. Especially
nothing.
nothing. So that's why I'm a little about it. Um,
Yeah,
doesn't feel right. But
No.
we're moving on. Ichigo's still training. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be training for a while.
We're getting ready.
Um.
The execution's been pushed forward.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Originally, we thought we had 8 days. Ichigo was gonna train for 3 of them, and still have 4 days to spare. It was pushed to like the day
Like
of the
tomorrow.
last training. Yeah. Um, and so that's why Renji was training his Bankai. The captains are getting ready for the execution. Um,
Yep. Captain's head out to go take out the rest of the crew.
yeah. And so two of the captains, Ichimaru,
Nope.
Tosen. I remember Tosen.
Tosen and
Komamaru, Koma. What?
Ipa. Ipa?
That's not the captain then.
No,
I think
that's a
that's the
different
assistant
name.
captain. Because they roll up
Who
with
is
their
it?
assistants.
Yeah. Okay. Who? Sajin Komamura.
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 That's the one.
That is the one, right? They roll up. They see Kenpachi. And Kenpachi's like,
Right.
alright, there's 4 of you. I'll let you get the first hit. It's just absolutely insane. Two captains, two assistant
Yeah, two
captains. He says,
captains.
come at me all at once. Otherwise, you're not gonna win.
Yep. God, this man is insane.
but Kenpachi's
Again, he's still wounded from his fight with
he's
Ichigo.
he's still not fully. He's still wearing all the bandages and shit. But he's like, I can take you guys.
I can take him. Don't worry about it.
but his assistant captains show up and they're like, let us take like the others, like his third seat and fourth seat show up and they're like, let us take the assistant captains.
Yeah.
And so he's only fighting two captains, which at that point the assistant captains were nothing. Like they were non-factors to the fight.
Anyway, yeah.
Two captains are way higher than the assistant captains in terms of just raw power. The power boost from third seat to assistant to captain is such a big gap that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
um, but do you want to talk about this fight, or do you want to go and like, because it does cut away here?
I don't know. We can cover it all.
Yeah,
It's
let's
not
just go
like,
over it. It's not like super important to the plot right now.
yeah, and then the next fight is pretty important. I feel like we should cover it all in one.
Yeah, okay, bet. So Kenpachi versus Tosen and Komamura. But Tosen's
Yeah.
like, I can take you myself. And Kenpachi's like, alright, bet. And he goes after him and he tries to strike him. Does not cut him.
Yep.
Injured man who was just cut by Ichigo earlier says, you're gonna have to try harder than that, bro.
God.
and then Tosen's like, alright, you know what? Fuck you then. Bon Kai. And just complete darkness.
Yeah.
Tosen puts his enemy in complete darkness. Not only complete darkness, smell, sight, hearing, and soul reaper sensing.
Yeah, like it just cuts off all senses. It makes the opponent blind, just as blind as Toast.
All senses except for touch, which is important.
Except for touch, yeah, so you
except
can
for
feel the
touch.
pain.
So you can feel the pain, and Tosen's like, hey, everybody feels fear in this, you know? And then,
Yeah.
and then he's like trying to hit him, and he keeps almost hitting him back. And Tosen's like, how is this man like, see, like, can he see me? What's happening right now? And then Kenpachi's like, how am I gonna hit this guy? Well, if he hits me, then I know where he is.
Yeah.
So he lets himself get hit. And then he hits Tosen back, and Tosen's like, are you fucking insane, dude? And he's like, was there ever a question that I was sane?
It's like, do you have any shred of sanity left? It's like, when did I ever say I had it?
I think I have the screenshot, actually. I think I have the direct quote for this.
Yeah, I think you do.
Right. Sorry, I don't recall ever having anything like that. Is what he says in response to, "Are you insane? Or do you have any sanity?"
Yeah, I don't remember ever having any.
And then
this man.
he claps Tosen, and then Komamaru is like, "All right, I gotta go Bankai now." And we find out that Komamaru is like a dog dude, which he looks pretty cool. Another unique design. even
Yeah,
even before he took his mask off, I thought, okay, there's something up with this guy. You know, he doesn't want us to see his face.
yeah. I did like the the look that he had with the basket on because it looked like I don't know. It's like a big. He looks like a big
Hmm.
kind of monster. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like a big brute. You know, which that's kind of what he is. You know,
yeah. I
he's
mean,
a big brute
he's a
kind of
big
character.
brute kind of character. Even his Bankai just big,
Yeah, it's just a giant
big.
like giant thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but so he's trying to
Uh,
slash my man, and he loses, doesn't he? to
I think so.
I,
I don't remember. I think they get interrupted.
I think yeah, I think it gets interrupted. So, but it doesn't hurt. He doesn't. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think either would them win. I think it cuts away at this point, and then we cut back to them later.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't remember.
yeah, I don't remember either. Huh.
I think they just kind of the fight gets interrupted
Oh, it's
by
because
the
right,
execution.
the execution starts. That's why they get interrupted. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so, but
But we got a flashback.
yeah, we got to flash back a little bit. There's a little in between cut to this. Ranji fights Byakuya.
Yeah.
This fight is,
This is a big fight.
bro. There's so many good fights in this. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did this video, dude. 'Cause just
Yeah.
talking about this, oh my, just talking about it in chronological like this,
Mhm.
just makes me appreciate the arc so much more.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's so good.
It's
Like,
so good, dude. But Renji's fighting Byakuya, and Byakuya's like, "You're not even in my level."
yeah, Byakuya being egotistical as always, you know.
Yeah, and Renji's like, "You know what? Alright, I get it. I guess Bankai. You know,
Yeah.
let me hit you with that Zabimaru Bankai." he looks cool. I like that he like gets a cloak and everything,
Yeah.
and his blade becomes like instead of it becomes like a big skeleton dog almost.
Yeah. It's like it's like a snake thing, you
Yeah,
know. Uh,
but it's
it's cool
cool.
though.
Yeah.
It's a really cool ability. And it can like separate, so like no matter how much you cut it, it won't damage it.
You want
You
damn
know?
yeah, because it's got like since it's like almost a spinal cord, it's just like
Yeah.
it has those. Even a real spinal cord isn't actually connected. It has those little
Yeah, it's like segmented, you
yeah
know.
segmented yeah. So he's like, yep, I got it. I got this. Byakuya, you ain't gonna win. And then Byakuya's like, look, you don't think I got Bankai, bro?
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. I would have been fighting with half my strength.
Yeah, like I respect the drip, so you know what? I'm gonna match your Bankai with my Bankai. And then he drops the blade into the ground,
Yep.
and it like does that little ripple water effect.
Hmm.
And then like 20 blades come out from behind him. One of the cool. I think this might be my favorite Bankai.
It's, it's from what I've seen so far, it is up there.
Tosin's might be my favorite though. Tosin's is pretty good.
That's cool.
Just like blind. I mean, he is the blind man, which I didn't bring up. Which so
Yeah, yeah.
that's why he can see in the darkness. I don't think I brought it up because he's used to
I
just
I think I mentioned it.
yeah maybe. But Tosin is pretty cool. There's some good Bankai is just a cool like just to makes the sword fighting even more unique. You know, like
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's like an interesting power system. It gives every character their own unique a, like super ability based on their personality, you know. And it's
yeah.
not there's no like set rules to a Bankai. It could be like whatever.
Yeah, like a Shikai, it's still like a blade. It may have unique
Hmm.
properties, but it's still like
It's
generally a
still a
blade.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bankai could be whatever the fuck it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen giant creatures, we've seen rooms, and then with Byakuya, it's just his sword just turns into 1,000 tiny little swords, you
Yeah, it
know?
turns into basically rose petals,
Yeah,
is what it looks like, but they're all razor sharp. And he just one
yeah,
shots Renji. And
yep.
but Renji gets back up, and Byakuya is like, hey, bro, if you move, I'll kill you. You know, I'll let you live, but if you move, I will kill you. And Renji's like, I gotta keep going. And then we cut to like probably one of the more iconic scenes in the series. I'm pretty sure. It did inspire more
Mhm.
King. So so Byaku's like, "What are you fighting for?" And we cut back to Ichigo's training, where Zangetsu asked him the same question, and
Yeah.
they're both at the same time say, "I made a promise." I got that direct quote. I got this. Hold
Yeah, I don't remember.
on. They're both like, "Why do you do this?" And they say, "I swore I'd save her." And then Byakuya goes, "You swore to whom? To no one, but myself."
Myself.
And they both
Yeah.
get up. This is where Ichigo completes his training. I'm pretty sure. Um, at
Yeah,
the,
I
at the
think this
same
is when this man.
at the same time, Renji gets back up uh, to fight, but he gets clapped
Yeah.
again.
Man gets bodied.
But Byakuya was absolutely roasting this man before this, and afterwards he's like, "You know what? Your blade did
You.
reach me. Your fangs did reach me.
Yep, you've earned my respect.
You've earned my respect." Um,
Although this man is like about to die.
yeah, I
Like
mean,
as far as Byakuya knows, he's dead.
he's bleeding. He's bleeding out. There's so much blood. It's just
Yeah.
an unbelievable amount of blood.
Yeah, that's I like that about Bleach with the like it's like realistic sword wounds.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
there's just so much blood.
there's so much blood. And I mean, these mans are injured. Like Renji does survive this, but like he doesn't fight after this. Like
Yeah, no, he's out. He's out for the he's out for the rest of the arc, pretty much.
yeah, man. And meanwhile, Katarukia, who feels Renji's presence disappear, um,
Hmm.
and we find out there's something we still don't know. At this point, have we seen the whole backstory yet? I
Uh,
think we have. Rukia and Renji.
I don't remember because I don't remember them ever having a backstory. So that's that's you,
What do you mean? They were both from the same district.
right? I don't think we see that till later, but then again, I do not remember.
I think it happens right before the Byakuya fight, but I can't remember either. Where is this?
I really don't know.
What the heck? Because we see the during the Byakuya fight, we see it cuts back to a little scene from the flashback where like he let Rukia go because she got adopted into the Kuchiki family,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and
No,
then
I
like
remember.
severed their relationship after that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You might as well go over the backstory right now, pretty quick. They're both
Yeah.
from Slum 78 or something like
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
They had friends. All their friends are dead. We don't. They don't really. I guess they just died in conflict. We don't really get to see.
Yeah. I remember.
We don't really see. After their friends died, they resolved to make their lives better. Um.
So they joined the Soul Society,
Yeah.
right?
They joined the Soul Reaper Academy. Um.
Mm-hmm.
And Rukia got adopted into the Kuchiki family. And when that happened, she was a bit nervous because Renji was her only family at this point.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm getting adopted." And Renji was like, and she's like, "But I don't know if I want to." And Renji was like, "No, go! Like this is your chance. Get out of here. I don't care about you or something like that." He didn't say that, but he hurt her feelings basically, because
Yeah.
that's not what she wanted to hear. She wanted to stay with him. Um, and so that's why,
Yeah. It's something. It was like I'm so happy for you.
yeah,
I hope you have a good life. You
yeah,
know. It was like it wasn't anything aggressive. I remember.
yeah. It wasn't anything aggressive, but it did like sever their relationship in a way.
Yeah.
Because she just wanted to stay with him basically because that's what they
Hmm.
promised each other. Um, and then so after he dies, Ricky is like in a state about it, and then Gin's like, "What if I break you out of here?" And then he goes, "Just kidding," and
Just
just
kidding.
like he like she was at a point because Renji just died,
Hmm.
presumably to her because his energy disappeared. Um,
Yeah.
that that she was hopeful again. And Gin just shattered herself on the bridge on the way to her execution. That was fucked up of him. I remember I was like, damn, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I thought this man was like gonna be like secretly good or something, but then that scene happens, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, he's just an asshole.
Yeah. And yeah, that's why I like Renji so much. I like the relationship. I like that backstory. I
Hmm.
think it's kind of believable that he wanted her to have a better life, but she wasn't really in it for like she was in it with him, and but they separated because of that.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it.
Hmm.
um, but the ceremony's starting. That's what interrupts the fight with Kenpachi and them. Um, and right as that shit's starting, right as they're about to execute Rukia, who would show up to stop the legendary Zanpakuto weapon that's said to be like 1,000 Zanpakutos in one. But Ichigo Kurosaki,
but
come on.
but Ichigo,
But
man.
Ichigo, man, just stopped a fucking fountain like a phoenix, which is
Yeah, like a phoenix, dude.
it's just Zangetsu said, "Sup, Rukia."
What's up?
That's what he says. He just says, "Hey."
Yeah, he literally just says, "Hey." I have that screenshot.
Oh man. And then the other captain, Rukia's captain, shows up. I always forget his name. I'm sorry, dude. You're a cool character. I like you a lot.
Who?
uh
The 13th captain.
yeah, the 13th captain. The guy who's
Uh, uh
Ukitake, I think actually.
yeah, Ukitake Jushiro.
Oh yeah, Ukitake. 13th captain.
Yeah,
He
kind of
shows
a
up
boring design, but
and he seals
yeah,
the
he starts
execution,
to seal the
or like tries to destroy it, but like seals it inside like a thing that he made, like a sort of super weapon that he made to stop that shit.
yeah,
Because
that kind of goes nowhere.
yeah, it kind of does. But well, he was trying to because Aizen wrote in his letter that somebody was trying to steal
Right.
the weapon. Um, and he because
Yeah,
it
that
only
somebody was
gets
using
released.
the execution to
Yeah,
yeah take that weapon
it only gets like cause it's always sealed, but it gets released when somebody's
when
gonna
there's an
get
execution.
execution.
Yeah.
Yes. But this is when all the fights start popping off. Shunsui and Ukitake, having destroyed kind of something to the the execution weapon, go up against the first company captain, which
Yeah, the old dude, the the general.
the general captain. Yeah, he's the head honcho of everything.
Yeah.
Because like not everything we learn, there's people above him
Hmm.
in
Yeah,
terms
he's
of
the head
political.
honcho of the Soul Reapers.
Yeah, the Demon Slayer corpse basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Um, and this fight doesn't really go nowhere. There isn't really much to say. We don't really see any of this fight, unfortunately.
Nah, they whip
Um,
out their
the Shikai
no Chikai,
literally
yeah, but
shakes the soul. It doesn't shake the Soul Society, but it might as well. Like my man from the first company, old dude.
so
Wait,
built,
the
dude.
man built. We went like, oh my god, he's absolutely insane. I wish we saw more of him fight.
Yeah.
Um, and then Shinshui and Ikitake pull out their Shikai as well. They're the only people who have dual blade Shikai. Um,
Hmm.
but that's about all we see.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. And then we cut to Yoruichi, right?
Yeah, we do shelter Yorichi here. Uh, Yorichi fights I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher her name.
Suifeng,
Sui
I
Fang.
think.
She's the new captain of like the secret underground corps.
Yeah, we've seen her before. I think she's popped up in this arc a few
Yeah,
times.
like the secret service of the Soul Reapers.
But I still had no idea who she was by the time of
Yeah.
this fight.
This fight doesn't really go. This fight isn't really crazy either. They fight for a little bit.
Yeah,
She's
no,
like,
it's like a speed battle or something.
yeah, she's like, Yorichi, you're out of touch. And she's like, check this out. I invented this new move since you've been gone for 100 years. And then Yorichi's like, oh, that's crazy. I actually invented that move
Yeah, 100 years ago.
100 years ago before I
I
left.
I just never taught you because it was too
It was too
dangerous.
dangerous, and she just pulls out a stronger version and claps her.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my god.
it was a good fight. It wasn't. kind of felt out of place, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Uh,
not too bad.
we also meet the Force captain, the Force seat of the 11th Company here. This dude with shades that we don't really see much of.
Yeah.
All we know is that he's like the captain. He just loves to fight.
Mhm.
That's what
Mhm.
Hikaku says about him when they're talking on like a
Yeah.
cliffside. Um, but how we get into the big fight of the whole
Yeah. Like
everything.
the finale fight. The two big boys. Uh, Byakuya versus Ichigo.
Let's fucking
Fully
go.
fully renewed. Fully got his Bankai. you know. Um. Yeah. And
Yeah,
this fight pops
this
off.
fight
Uh.
pops off. Oh
I think I
my
still like
god.
the Kenpachi fight more, but this fight in terms of like choreography, ooh,
Oof,
ooh,
dude.
it's so good.
He gets a. This is where we learn it. He got a beam now. Ichigo got a beam. Get Suga Tensho.
Yeah, 'cause that's what he used to like cut the gash in the floor, training with Kisuke, and then cut the Menos Grand and like almost in two.
Yeah,
But now he can do it on command.
not like a man, just in regular space Shikai. I was gonna say base form, but he's always in Shikai form. He never reverts from that form.
Yeah,
Um, uh, but Byakuya is like, "Yeah, your shit's still too slow. You're not strong enough to fight me."
yeah,
he tries to, because Byakuya pulls out his Bankai, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. I think so.
And Ichigo's trying to fight it with Zangetsu, and he's like, "Ah, damn, I'm a dummy. How did I presume that I was gonna fight a Bankai in my Shikai form?" And
So
Byakuya
yeah,
was like, "Excuse me? Like, what did you just say?
like wait a minute.
what do you mean, just and you're like, don't like dishonor the holy like power up that is Bankai.
Yeah, there's no way you got Bankai, bro.
There,
Already,
there's no way you got Bankai." He's
you're
like,
just an amateur.
and then Ichigo was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I got Bankai. Check this out, Bankai." And then he got drip. I don't know why his outfit Loki changed and everything. I don't know what that has to do with his Bankai, but
I don't know, dude.
his whole fit changed, and he's got a tiny sword now. It's just like a normal size katana now.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's not even the size of his regular Zanpakuto. It's like a regular, yeah, katana.
Yeah.
It's got the Manji sign on the hilt, which is
Let's
normally censored.
okay. Sorry, we've been watching Tokyo Revengers. I'm a little salty, but we don't got to get into that in this. We'll get into that in the seasonal anime talk.
Yep.
I'm sad about it. um, but yeah, so Ichigo just starts absolutely blitzing this man in terms of just pure speed. Byakuya is having trouble keeping up. He starts switching to full offensive. Um, and even then, he's still having some trouble keeping up with this man.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Ichigo's abilities is Bankai is pretty cool because it's he basically like focuses all of his spiritual energy into his sword or something like
Yeah.
that. Um, but it's like compressed to such a small like form, so
Hmm.
he can just like all of that is just converted to
Yeah, sheer
sheer
power.
power and speed.
Yeah, it like triples his speed or something. It's kind of insane.
Yeah,
Because even Byakuya uses his normal Bankai. He focuses it, and it doubles its speed. He says, but even then, Ichigo's still blocking this man.
yeah.
But
This man's
Ichigo,
keeping up.
but the difference here is difference in experience. Ichigo starts to slow down because he just unlocked Bankai. Meanwhile, Byakuya has had Bankai for fuck how many? I don't know how many years.
A long time.
A long time. So
A long time.
Ichigo's like, "Man, why is his attacks getting faster?" And Byakuya's like, "Nah, you're just getting slower, bruh."
So yeah, no, I haven't gotten any faster.
Yeah. And then Ichigo's like, "Ah, damn, I'm gonna lose. I want to win." And then he gets possessed in one of the dopest scenes ever, honestly.
That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, this man, Hollow Ichigo returns. Um, this man takes over his body
Yeah.
and just starts bodying Byakuya. Like,
Byakuya, like, he starts spamming Getsuga Tensho at this man. Like,
yeah,
just like throwing like 50 at him. And Byakuya's like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then Ichigo's like, "No, I can't let this man."
yeah, I can't. it's like, come on, that's not fair.
Stop
And then
interrupting our fight, and then he rips the mask off his face.
yeah, he's like, sorry about that interruption.
Yeah, my bad, bro. And Rocky's like, what the fuck just happened? What?
I will inquire, but
Yeah. Well, what the fuck? And then so they're like, all right, time for the final clash. Ichigo versus Byakuya, and Ichigo wins the fight. There you go.
yep, Ichigo wins. I forget how. It's another like tie, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like they both kind of finish each
He
other off.
uses like his final, like he saw his energy into Getsuga Tensho.
Hmm.
And then Byakuya focuses all his rose petals onto him. Um,
Yeah,
but Byakuya concedes. Um, and then he's like, and then I think Ichigo asked him why he didn't, why Ichigo asked him why he didn't save Rukia, and his answer for just right now is, I'm a noble, I have to uphold the law.
yeah,
But we'll get into more of what that means later. Meanwhile, Toshiro this entire time has been trying to figure out who's actually pulling the strings. Who
yeah.
killed Aizen? Because
Who killed
who
Aizen?
killed
Yeah.
Aizen? Why?
Who's yeah?
Yeah,
Why is Ekuruki's execution like so being moved up so much?
yeah. Like, why is it so
Let's go.
important? It wasn't even that big of a crime what she did. Like,
Yeah, she just gave her powers to Ichigo. That's the only crime. Like
yeah,
normally people wouldn't be executed over
yeah.
that.
We find out later that this happens. This can't. This is actually allowed, but like under different circumstances. I'm pretty sure, but.
Yeah.
And then so Toshiro's like, okay, so he goes to, well, who we find out is the Council 46.
Uh-huh.
Um, and he's like, these are the higher ups. These are the guys who rule the entire Soul Society. They command the Soul Reapers. They do. I mean, they let the Soul
Yeah.
Reapers do what they do, but they do like they're the
Yeah.
ones who
Yeah.
uphold
They
the
make the
law.
laws.
They vote
They
on
they
who
set
gets executed and shit. So
yeah.
that
They're
they,
the judicial system and the legislative system all at once.
and so, but when something like this is going down, they lock themselves in a room so that nobody can
Hmm.
bother them. As they make their decisions, send it out to my boy First Captain. Um,
Yep.
and so, but Toshiro breaks in. Come to find out, these motherfuckers have been dead for days, like
Yeah. A while.
possibly weeks at this point.
Yeah. There's just a bunch of corpses scattered all around, and all the blood is dry. Like
And then,
they're
and then he's like, "What?" And then like Momo also broke out of jail again,
yep.
and she runs into Aizen, and she's like, "Oh, Aizen, you're alive."
Yeah.
And then Aizen's like, "Yeah, I'm alive," and then stabs her. I'm
Yep.
alive. Thanks for believing me. And then that's when Toshiro runs in the room, sees her dead corpse, is like, Aizen, what are you doing here? And he's like, yeah, I killed them like weeks ago, dog.
Yeah.
I was the one. I was the one telling everybody that Rukia
Yeah,
was
I've,
gonna
I've
die.
been I've been given the orders this whole time.
Yeah.
um, but you guys didn't know because you thought I was dead.
Yeah. And he set it up so like he set up like a. I was about to say genjutsu. This is not Naruto. He set up like an illusion spell so that even if you went into the Council 46, they would look alive. Which is
Yeah.
why nobody's found out that they were dead at this point. He put an illusion to make it look like they were just alive and conversing before.
Yeah. Because we get introduced to Aizen's ability here, which is like hypnosis. Like his sword can hypnotize people or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little vague as of right now. Um, but yeah, he hypnotized everybody to think Aizen, yeah, to think he was dead, to think the council was alive, and like a whole bunch of other stuff. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, while this man secretly was working with Gin the whole time to give these orders.
to give these orders.
Um,
For some reason, we actually don't know his full motives yet.
yeah,
He wanted the execution blade. I think we know that for sure at this point.
hmm
But he
hmm
didn't end up getting it, so that's kind of. Oh no, we do know his true motive. We'll get to it. I fucking forgot. My bad.
yeah, no, we do,
We
just not
do.
at like this
Not at this
point.
moment. But
Like,
the execution blade was. I think he did want it, but it wasn't his priority.
yeah, it was like it would have been a nice plus, but it wasn't his main goal.
Yeah. But so Toshiro shows up. He's like, "All right, fuck you, Aizen. Go Bankai." Aizen defeats him in a single slash. Didn't even have to go Bankai.
Yeah, they don't have to pull out Sheikah, I don't think.
Nah, he just said yeah. And then so uh, Rangiku shows up because she was with Toshiro. And the Force Captain shows up and she starts healing Toshiro. Aizen teleports out of there. And the Force Captain's like, tell all the other captains, tell the Ryoka too. Aizen, Gin, and Tosin have betrayed the Soul Society.
Mm.
They're the ones who've been behind it all. And that's when we cut to Ichigo just chilling on a mountain after defeating Byakuya. And that's when
Yep.
Aizen shows up.
He just pops out of thin air.
And he also teleports. Ichigo tossed. I forgot to bring this up. Ichigo gave Rukia to Renji, who's like semi-healed at this point.
Oh yeah.
And Renji was running away, but he gets also teleported back to the execution ground, because Aizen wanted Rukia for some reason. I guess we can just talk about it now. The reason being, she has this thing in her body. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, me too. I have no idea. What is it? What is it? Hyogoku or no Hogoku?
Hogyoku.
Hogyoku.
Yeah, yeah.
Hogyoku, which is like a hollow, like it can hollowify people, I guess.
Yeah, and it was made by Kisuke Urahara,
Mhm.
but he deemed it too dangerous and tried to destroy it right after he made it.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been, and he got kicked out of the Soul Society for it too.
Yeah, for making it.
And so this entire time, the reason, Rukia, was marked for execution was because Aizen set it up to get this thing. Because Kisuke had put it in her, in her soul when he offered her a Gigai, um, way back during the first chapter, like in between the first and the second chapters.
Yeah.
He put it in her, and he gave her a Gigai that was turning her human, so that the thing would get destroyed when she turned into a human, because she wouldn't have enough soul energy to keep it sustained. I guess is the theory there, something like that. Just like it would get destroyed as her body as she turned into a human for some reason.
Yeah, something. It would have worked.
It
But
would work.
the minute that Aizen learned of the Gigai being made, he killed the council. Like, so they've been dead for months.
Yeah, they've been dead for months at this point. Ichigo and Renji are the only ones there right now, so they try to take this man off. They're both almost dead. Aizen cuts Ichigo in half, and the only thing left of him is his spine. We don't actually see this brutality on the manga panel, really.
No, we just get the blood.
We just get the blood, but but Aizen says that should have cut you in half. The only thing holding you together is your literal spine.
It's your spine. Good God, man.
Renji gets cut down, not nearly as bad as Ichigo did, but he was already basically dying before this. So.
Yeah.
That's when everybody else shows up. The first captain and the other two captains decide on the truce. Go there. That's when Aizen's like, "All right, well, I already got what I wanted. I'm gonna head out."
I'm gonna head out.
Calls upon Menos Grande. We find out that Menos Grande isn't one being. It's just a pack of.
There's a bunch of Menos Grandes, bro. There's just a bunch of them chilling in a pocket dimension, outside of the Soul Society.
And this is when Aizen flicks his hair back.
Takes off his glasses, and crushes them.
And he's like, "I'm gonna become the strongest in the whole world," or whatever. Before going into this pocket dimension, which they let him go because
they can't touch him.
Because they can't touch, like the Menos Grande put a light around him. They can't touch him. Tosin goes with them, which we thought Tosin was a good guy. He even had a good guy backstory, but psych, he's a bad guy.
Yep. I like the reason why Tosin, or like the reason why they figure out that Tosin's with him, because of Aizen's ability being hypnosis, and they're like, wait a minute, hypnosis doesn't work on a blind guy.
Yeah. And he's like, nah, this is just. And then Komamoru, who's like Tosin's best friend, is like, why would you do this? I thought you were fighting to uphold your not
Yeah,
lover,
to
he
Avenger.
unrequited love, um, who died in the Soul Reaper, and he's like, "This is my justice," and he dips. Gin dips, apologizes to Rangiku, who we don't know their whole backstory, but it's presumed that they knew each other for a very long time. Um, we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
Rangiku being the biggest bitty bitch in the whole series so far. My bad, but it's. I mean, she even said her boobs almost popped out one time. Like, don't even worry about it. It's canon.
Yep. Yep. Does happen.
Yep, and then that's it. That's the Society arc. We got the aftermath, which is basically just everybody hanging out, healing.
Yeah. They're like, all right, well, we saved Rukia from being back because at the moment Aizen's not a threat. Like he just kind of got it and then took off. Like
Yeah,
everything's pretty much back to normal. He's not doing anything. There's
yeah.
no immediate threat.
R-
Everybody's chilling.
yeah, Rukia's been relieved of her penalties because, they weren't real in the first place.
Yep.
We find out
Um.
Byakuya's backstory,
Yep. Yep.
which, I'm mixed on, but, it's alright. It's fine.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
Yeah, Byakuya
Um.
married Rukia's older sister. Um,
Yeah. Because Rukia's older sister abandoned her because she was running or something.
from District 78.
Yeah.
And then she married Byakuya, and this is the first time Byakuya broke the law because a noble isn't allowed to marry somebody from the slums. And
Mm,
so he promised his parents that he would never break the law after this, but he also promised Rukia's sister that he'd protect Rukia, and that's why he adopted her in the first place, like into the family.
yeah.
But so he was left with a decision here to uphold his parents' promise or to uphold his wife's promise, and he decided to uphold his parents' promise, um, and allow Rukia to die. um, but he apologized for what he did. This actually had the date on it on the wiki. 50,
Yeah.
50 years ago.
Huh.
Nothing else has a date on it.
No, that feels recent too, in
Yeah.
terms of Soul Society standards.
And then the crew says goodbye to everybody. Kenpachi tries to fight Ichigo, and Ichigo runs away. That's not important, but I thought I'd bring it up because it's funny.
Yeah. But she's already ready to scrap with this man again.
Yeah. Ruki
Uh,
apologizes to the Shiba family, who the older sister already knew that it wasn't actually her fault. She was just waiting for Rukia to apologize because I don't know, because she wanted Rukia to do it. She wanted
she
Rukia to
said,
get over it herself or whatever.
yeah, I think she didn't want to apologize because I remember that she kept like beating the shit out of her every time Rukia did apologize.
Yeah, yeah. She said she was waiting for her to apologize once and then she'd forgive her because it
Forgive
wasn't her
herself or
fault.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Um, and the arc ends with Rukia deciding to stay in the Soul Society, and
Yep.
Ichigo and his friends leave. They have to go through the fucking gate again.
Get again. Yeah.
uh, an official gate this time, but like they still have to run through the shitty part. um, and that's basically the Soul Society arc.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty good art, honestly. Talking about it, that shit was kind of fire.
She was gas.
Shit was
Yeah.
gas. Come like, I remember I asked you last part. You think the fight scenes
Hmm.
are gonna pop off? You're like, I
Yeah.
don't
Like,
know.
I don't know. So far, they haven't been too great, but and then the Soul Sunny arc hits, and it's like, god damn, these are some of the best fights I've ever read in manga, dude. It's like, they're just so like the choreography is so good, the power system is so good, the suit like the super powered sword play is so good.
It's so good. Like shit makes sense. There isn't like this isn't Nen where you gotta fucking think 20 dimensionally just to figure out what the
Yeah.
fuck they're doing.
Yeah, no, like, you don't have to stop and be interrupted to like understand what's going on in a fight. They're just it's just power, you know.
Yeah.
It's technique. Like it's not
Technique.
like simple like brawls or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
it's
but
it,
it's like
it's interesting and like it's deep
it's just so
enough.
easy to
Yeah,
follow. Yeah.
you got Shikai, you got Bankai. That's it. So far, like we got nothing else. Shikais are simple. They're just like a simple power, like blade
Mm,
manipulation turned into some kind of unique weapon.
yeah, yeah.
Bankais are whatever the fuck they want to be, but there isn't like any hacks or anything. Everything's been pretty simple.
Yep. We'll see. I think yeah, Bankais could use a few rules to
Yeah,
um
yeah,
just so we can understand like what the limits of them are. But like for the most part, they're just yeah. Again, they're whatever whatever they want to be, bro.
yeah. So far,
And that just leads to such cool like fights, you know.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just very unique situations.
We'll see where it
It's good.
goes. We still have Quincy's. We still haven't yet to see the potential of Quincy's overall.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ryu has lost his power, quote unquote.
quote unquote,
um,
we don't know this yet for sure, but of course he didn't.
yeah, and we still have no explanation of what of what Chad and Orihime's
You're right.
abilities are.
We just need to see more of them, and hopefully we get that. Hopefully we get that.
Yep,
Who
yep.
knows?
Hopefully.
But I mean, so far, yeah, Bleach is fire.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
big three. This is what I came here for. You know,
Yeah, this is good
this is
stuff.
good stuff.
Like,
It's different. It also feels, ironically, it feels kind of older. The characters in One Piece are older, but it ironically feels kind of older than One Piece.
uh, I feel like it's more like it dates itself. Oh,
Yeah,
like it really feels like it's set in the 2000s, you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
when it
like,
comes out.
yeah, yeah. But it's like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like
No?
Ichigo doesn't feel like a dumbass. You know, he doesn't. Ichigo's a pretty cool protagonist. He doesn't
Oh, you're
follow
talking
the.
about the
I'm
characters.
talking about the character. I'm talking about the writing in general. Like it feels just
Oh,
more
yeah,
mature.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, 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 no, for sure. It's definitely a lot more. It feels like a lot more serious of a story
yeah.
than One Piece. You know, One
No
Piece
One
is
Piece.
kind of an adventure.
I want to bring up Naruto
Um,
more, but you don't have Naruto yet.
I know,
We're gonna
I
have
don't
an
know,
interesting. Damn, Naruto's gonna be the last big tree that you read.
I know.
That's
Crazy.
crazy, dude. Fuck, man. I got such a.
Naruto's
Okay,
like one of the biggest too.
yeah, here it is. I mean, bigger than One
Yeah,
Piece. You at the
yeah,
time, not anymore, probably. But
yeah. I don't know
I
about
mean,
now, but definitely at the time.
Naruto's been done. But yeah, definitely, Naruto was way more popular here in America.
Yep.
But yeah. So I don't know. You got anything else to say before we end this?
Um. Nah, it's just a good fucking arc, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I just recommend to read it. Like it flows so smoothly.
yeah. I mean,
Like one event to the next.
this part of the anime, if I remember correctly, 40 episodes or so, not bad. You know, not bad.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
only part
no,
of the anime I can vouch for. I enjoyed my time with it.
it's
It was good. But it is not, and the
yeah.
animation's not, it's 2000s animation. You're not going to be blown away, but it is going to be like, okay, this is pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
so I do recommend this part of the anime if you're an anime watcher. And next week we're going to be covering the Bound arc of the anime. That's right, 100 episode filler arc, baby.
Oh, good God.
I'm joking, but I've heard horror stories. I got a coworker who I was talking about Bleach about the other day. Who was talking about how fucking boring the Bound arc is. But I can't speak because I stopped
Like
watching Bleach before that.
there's like two arcs in the Bounce arc. There's the Bounce invasion arc, and then there's the Bounce attack or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I'm sorry to have ever had to sit through that. I know the Bleach anime does get some shit after the Soul Society here. That's where the filler starts getting bad, which you know, Bound arc. I already know. Like I already saw the episode count for the Bound arc, so you know I feel
Yeah.
bad.
And the Bounce arc was literally just made so that the author could write more, like
Yeah.
finish the arc before they adapted it.
Anyways, they did the Bleach anime fans dirty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But
But good thing we're reading the manga.
yep, we
So,
don't gotta deal with filler.
so next time we're gonna cover the Arankar arc.
Yep, we know nothing about it at all.
Aransar, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm probably gonna have to look up how to pronounce it because I don't trust that it's pronounced Arankar.
Yep,
That sounds stupid.
Iron Car. Yeah.
Arankar. But yeah, that's it. Soul Society, 10 out of 10 arc, 9 out of 10 arc.
Yep. Yep. I'd say so too. Because I did have some like problems earlier on in the arc
Yeah,
with a few of the stuff that was left unexplained, but then by the end of the arc, like all of my questions had been answered. Like all the writing, like all the like inconsistencies that I had been like kind of complaining about in my head, I was like, oh, okay, it all makes sense now. It's so good how it fills in those gaps like that. It's yeah, 9 out of 10 arc. I love it. It's good. Makes me want to read more Bleach.
alright, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm excited.
yeah, that's good, yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll see y'all next week for the next arc of Bleach. Let's fucking go. See you guys.
yeah. See ya.